monkeys.
Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls Golden, what if, whatever you want to call me, and I'm back with part 5 of What If Deku Had a Wolf Quirk. Real quick, as y'all know, this is going to be the second to last episode. Part 6 will be the finale of this What If, and then I'll be finishing up Martial Arts Quirk Deku. And this month, I don't know how y'all feel about Demon Slayer content, but I mean, I feel like it kind of works out. Basically, the new season of Demon Slayer is officially starting with new content. And yeah, so I want to do more Demon Slayer stuff. So I'm ideally starting next week. I'm going to try to do a Demon Slayer What If once every week at minimum. So it's going to be like, you know, Demon Slayer December. So I hope y'all enjoy that, and I hope y'all enjoy Demon Slayer stuff. And if you don't enjoy Demon Slayer stuff, I hope, well, my content changes your mind. And yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to say that. Oh yeah, and December 12th, merch is coming out. I'm gonna be basically just releasing it probably on December 11th, but you know what I mean, like toward the end of the day on December 11th. But the real release would be December 12th. So with that all said and done, let's get right into the what if. Let's get it. Azuku heads into the agency, and Gang Orca explains that nothing too much has been going on, so they will basically go on their regular patrols. So that's what they begin doing. Azuku goes on patrols with and without Gang Orca over the next 2 days, until one day at the agency, alarms begin to blare like crazy. Gang Orca yells for everyone to get into their positions, and he asks the support unit what is going on. Buildings all around us, they're getting torn to shreds. A support hero says this. As the support hero says this, part of their building begins to break apart. Everyone out of the building! Azuku and Gang Orca sprint out to see the man who is destroying the area around them. Finally, some damn heroes. And look, it's the little mutt. I know who you are. The man introduces himself as Dolos. Azuku and Gang Orca ask what he wants, but the man's face goes blank. I only want one thing, and that one thing is destruction. Dolos reaches out, and the buildings around them begin to crumble. Midoriya, this isn't some normal Quirk. He has a strength enhancement drug active. Yeah, I can tell. His telekinesis is going crazy. Dolos screams, telling them to not ignore him, and that he will personally rip them all apart. The ground begins to shake, and Gang Orca and Azuku charge at him, and Azuku changes into his wolf form. They both try to attack, but are sent flying at the rubble. You think it's gonna be that easy? Nothing is that easy. Dolo begins to float, and Azuku exits the rubble by turning into his alpha form. When Azuku does this, he charges back in. Dolo holds him off with his telekinesis, and Gang Orca tries to basically capitalize off of the distraction. But as he does this, Dolos grabs him and basically just begins levitating him into the sky. Now watch as I murder your little agency friend. Pro hero or not, this drug makes me so much stronger. Azuku begins to get enraged, and his eyes begin to boil a red color. A mist begins to ooze out of his body as it covers the area around him. He's metrically losing his mind at this point. The idea that he's about to send Gang Orca into space and try to kill him is making Azuku extremely pissed. Dolo even questions what the hell is he doing, and Azuku howls louder than anyone has heard before. Many wolves begin surrounding Dolo, but Dolo is still in the air, floating above them. But now he's losing focus. Wolves begin jumping off the roof, attacking Dolo, biting onto his arm, and dragging him back down to the ground. He drops Gang Orca for a second, and Azuku jumps up, basically making Gang Orca land on his back. Gang Orca thanks him for the help as they re-engage. Dolo shakes off the wolves, and they disappear into mist, and Azuku walks slowly toward him. He tries to use his telekinesis quirk on Azuku, but nothing works. It's like it's gone. What's happening? Dolo questions himself that maybe the drug is wearing off. Azuku, in a extremely deep voice, tells him that the drug isn't wearing off. His power just surpassed it. That he doesn't understand what he's gotten himself into. Azuku continues walking toward him as Dolo uses both hands, trying to force Azuku backwards. He stuns him slightly, but Azuku is in a far other realm in itself. He has unlocked something beyond just an alpha wolf. He is summoned that pack mentality that was unknown to him initially. He felt this burst of strength every so often in his fights, but what really would make it push over the edge is when he saw someone he cared about getting hurt. His fur, the once dark green and red misty eyes, begin changing. His fur becomes darker and darker, and red mist covers all over it, as if he's about to ignite in flames. Azuku was far beyond just an alpha wolf now. He was on the verge of being a Hellhound. Something that was built to kill. Built to basically end anything that stood in front of him. But as he was about to lose his smidge of sanity that he had left, he remembered. He remembered Gang Orca. He remembered Luna. He remembered the little boy that recorded him and told him that he could be, that he would be a hero, a great one. That he's not the monster everyone thinks he is. Remembering this, the aura, the red mist, and all the flames that were about to ignite begin to tone down. But they were still there. But everything was so much more controlled. It was so quiet in the city that you could hear a pin drop. Gang Orca stands in complete awe as his protege, someone that he's been trying to train, just unlocked something, but just right in front of him. Azuku is now far beyond his alpha wolf state. He is an alpha hellhound, but he hasn't lost his sanity. He hasn't sent his mind into the depths of hell. And his aura alone scares not only Dolos, but Gang Orca himself. He was so calm that you could feel the pressure. The pressure was so immense that Dolos began to just collapse. And he stares at Azuku, trying to use his telekinesis, but shaking in fear, grabbing buildings and trying to slam them into Azuku. But multiple wolves, packs of them, so many that it's so hard to count, basically block all the buildings from falling upon them. And Azuku walks up, and in one just glare, Dolos passes out. Azuku, in a more calm voice, that hellhound deep voice was gone. tells Gang Orca to call the police and get someone out here for him. Gang Orca agrees, and he calls the police to get this villain under control and arrested as soon as possible. Azuku then goes back to his normal state and begins questioning himself. That this state, he felt it so many times before. This Hellhound, this state was supposed to be him letting go of his humanity, letting go of anything he ever believed in, but he controlled it. And he begins pulling with the idea, will he be able to control it again if the situation was different? But he can feel that over all this time, since the very beginning when he first started training, that he was getting stronger. So much so that he felt like as a pack leader, he could protect everyone. But he had to put those thoughts on hold. He had basically a city to try and help out, or a town to basically try and help out. So he does just that. He helps Gang Orca get the villain off the streets, sends him to the police station, and he tries his best to help clean up the city the best he can. During this, even citizens come out, noticing who Azuku is and saying that they all saw him on the internet. And he thanks them for basically being supportive, and multiple people begin to apologize, saying that they've seen him before and on patrols and other stuff, and they judged him without even thinking. But today he showed something insane. He showed that no matter the appearance, you could be as calm as some normal person. And he thanks them and says that that's the goal for himself, that he wants to not strike fear into the people that he's trying to save. They basically tell him that he's on a perfect path to do so, and can't wait to see how well he does in the future. So after helping for basically the whole day and trying to clean up the building's rubble and stuff like that, this project obviously will take months, but the initial help definitely did assist a bit for the civilians, until Gang Orca and Azuku had to head back into their agency. And the news began to turn on. It looks like there's a fight going on right now. It's one of the students of UA, part of the Big Three, fighting the gang renowned known as Overhaul. They both watch on as Mirio is able to defeat Overhaul as he strikes him down. And Azuku is pretty stunned by the power that Mirio shows. And Gang Orca tells him that they need to basically keep working and getting stronger. Azuku asks him what he means, and Gang Orca tells him that he obviously that he personally wasn't ready for that fight, and Azuku was. And Azuku is just a student. So Gang Orca tells him that the next time they see each other, that he will make sure to be stronger than Azuku. Azuku kind of smiles and says that he believes him. And Gang Orca explains that if his predictions are correct, they're probably going to send him back to UA because of the incident. A couple more days pass, and that's exactly what happens. Azuku gets sent back to UA, and Aizawa begins basically explaining the reason for this stunt in terms of the work study. But he tells them that training doesn't stop there, and that it's time to train now even more. And what's the best way to do that? Have Class 1A go against Class 1B. I hope you're ready. because if you take them lightly, I'll expel you all. And that is a wrap for part 5 of What If Deku Had a Wolf Quirk. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, sub, all that good stuff. And unfortunately, I'm sorry that this What If has to end. But honestly, 6 parts is a lot personally for me. Normally, I literally don't do series this long. I kind of make it so it's like it ends up being 3 to like max 5 parts, so 6 feels like I'm stretching it. But yeah, I think this would be the first time y'all are actually going to see a Class 1A versus Class 1B, so that should be fun. And y'all get to see what the effect of, well, Luna being there will have on the story. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.